Alright guys, UFC 248 is coming at us with two very compelling title fights as headliners. In the co-main event, we have what is probably the most important fight in women's MMA since Amanda Nunes fought Chris Cyborg, with the newly crowned Strawweight champion Zhang Weili looking to make her first title defense against the former long-reigning champion Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Zhang Weili came into the UFC having made a name for herself in the Asian MMA scene, but only being known amongst the hardest of hardcore fans here in the West. However, after making quick work of Jessica Andrade to claim her title and become the first ever Asian UFC champion, she made sure to let everyone know exactly who she is and where she's from, making her the face of women's MMA in Asia and bringing tons of momentum with her into this fight.
Man, that Jessica Andrade fight, Jesus, was not expecting that. I was surprised that she's really taken off. People are really gravitating towards her, and rightfully so. She seems like a very good person, very good champ. I was a little surprised, but everything's going well for her.
Former champion Joanna Jedrzejczyk holds the longest title reign in strawweight history, having made easy work of the top of the division for 2 years before falling to Rose Namajunas in a devastating KO loss, followed by a razor-thin decision loss in the rematch. After seemingly lost her edge in the octagon, she returned last year to remind everyone that she is still one of the best female fighters in the world, with a brutal one-sided decision victory over Michelle Waterson. After regaining her confidence, she is now looking to reclaim her title in a fight that could solidify either woman as the best strawweight fighter in UFC history.
Waterson was coming in hot, nice little win streak, but striking-wise, I don't think she was on par with my baby. Well, both of them are my babies. I got a lot of babies. Hope I don't get on child support because I'll be in trouble. Got a lot of babies in the UFCs. A lot of babies, but I've always liked Joanna, not only her striking and all-around performance. To me, I think she's unintentionally funny. The stuff that comes out of this girl's mouth is just priceless. So I've been a big fan of hers. Like I said, her personality and her skills, girl's phenomenal. Girl is phenomenal.
All right, looking at the stats, we have Zhang Weili coming in at 5'4" with a 63-inch reach. We have Joanna Jedrzejczyk coming in at 5'6" with a 65.5-inch reach. So Joanna is going to take a sizable reach advantage in this one, and that's definitely going to help her out in this fight. All right, Zhang Weili is an incredibly strong and well-rounded fighter. She has a background in Sanda and has an excellent striking game, which features a variety of kicks, including leg kicks, side kicks, and spinning kicks that she uses not only to try to take her opponents out, but also control distance. She's also great in the clinch with devastating knees and elbows, and has fast, powerful hands that she put on full display in her victory over Jessica Andrade. On top of this, she also has great footwork and is very agile and unpredictable, being able to cut angles and dart in and out of the pocket, making her hard to land on. On the ground, she has a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which translates well into her MMA game. She has excellent transitions and is able to stay in a dominant position at all times with sweeps and reversals. She also has an incredible top game with brutal ground and pound and slick submissions. Joanna Jedrzejczyk is the former strawweight champion and regarded by many as the best strawweight fighter in UFC history. She's a former kickboxing and Muay Thai champion, and her striking background translates incredibly well into her MMA game. She has sharp, precise kicks, including leg kicks, head kicks, and body kicks that immobilizes her opponents and keeps them at her range. She also has incredibly fast hands over the top and devastating knees and elbows in the clinch. She's big for the division and has a reach advantage over most of her opponents and is very imposing with forward pressure. While Joanna does have a good wrestling game, she prefers to keep every fight on the feet, using her strength and takedown defense to keep her opponents where she wants them at all times. Alright, now getting into the fight itself, after winning the belt last year, Zhang Weili proved to the world that she is every bit of the exceptional fighter that the hardcore fans said she was. And going into this one, she's going to need to be every bit of that, as it takes an exceptional fighter to beat somebody like Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Joanna has the longest championship reign in the strawweight division and carried an undefeated MMA record for years until running into another great strawweight in Rose Namajunas. In their first fight, Rose used her footwork and boxing to avoid Joanna's pressure while landing heavy strikes in the pocket, stunning Joanna early in the round and finishing her. In their rematch, Rose followed the same game plan, keeping out of the linear paths of Joanna's strikes while landing some hard hooks and overhands in the pocket. Joanna came better prepared, using leg kicks to slow down Rose's movement while getting the better of some of the counter strikes. However, she would ultimately lose by split decision. Zhang Weili herself is also great at using footwork and cutting angles while darting in and out of the pocket. However, she does not have the reach that Rose does, and while she's certainly no slouch in the boxing department and carries a lot of power, I would say that she's not as sharp and precise as Rose. I would say, however, that she is a lot more unpredictable and has a more diverse set of strikes. She's going to need every bit of this while on the feet with Joanna, because Joanna is going to be the best striker that she's ever had to deal with in her career. And unlike Jessica Andrade, Joanna does not apply forward pressure recklessly and does not telegraph anything she throws. She has incredible timing and precision, and she's coming into this fight with a sizable height and reach advantage and has shown to control distance very well. I do have to say that overall, I do not see Zhang winning a striking battle with Joanna for very long. I think that while she can pose some problems with her early on, Joanna's leg kicks will eventually begin to wear on her and slow down her movement, making her more flat-footed and unable to mix up her strikes or land combinations up top, especially with her short height and reach. That being said, this is not just a kickboxing match. Zhang Weili's grappling in MMA is top-notch, and while seemingly smaller than Joanna, I say that she's probably just as strong and powerful as well as explosive. While Joanna does have good takedown defense, she has been prone to being put on her back, most noticeably in her last fight with Michelle Waterson. Now, while that fight was a one-sided showcase in favor of Joanna, Waterson on 2 separate occasions was able to sneak in a takedown, taking her back and looking to sink in a rear naked choke. Joanna, while being known to scrabble to her feet and keep her fight standing, was certainly able to escape trouble against Waterson. However, Waterson, being a natural atom weight, has always been undersized for the division, which can explain the disadvantage she had in just about every aspect of that fight. Zhang, just like Waterson, is a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has incredible transitions on the ground. And in top position, she has a great submission game and brutal ground and pound. She is able to remain in a dominant position at all times, even when she's not the one initiating the grappling exchange, and is very dangerous in either top or bottom position. While I'd say she does tend to get a little wild and put herself in bad positions at times, I say that she does not have to worry about anything going to the ground with Joanna, as Joanna will not be looking to exchange with her on the mat and will be looking to put the fight back on the feet in any way possible. And overall, I don't think that she'll be able to escape Zhang Weili's ground game for too long. This is where I see Zhang Weili winning this fight. Along with unpredictable striking, Zhang has great takedowns and is much bigger and stronger than Michelle Waterson. I believe Zhang Weili's footwork and striking diversity will keep Joanna guessing, making it easier for Weili to time and sneak her takedowns in. On the mat, I believe that she'll have a much easier time controlling and keeping Joanna in a defensive position where she can attempt the submission or land the ground and pound. Even if Joanna is able to get back to her feet, the threat of the takedown will be there, making it possible for Weili to land more strikes. And overall, I believe Weili has fought and submitted better grapplers than Joanna. And I'm predicting her to get a submission victory over Joanna in this one.
This is a very interesting fight to see how well each person counters both fighters' strengths. I mean, Joanna's going to be throwing a lot of volume. She's not really a knockout artist, extremely technical. And then you got ZW, personal friend, ZW, with her incredible strength and grappling and knockout power. It's a toss-up for me. Don't really have a clear prediction. I'm just more excited to watch the fight and see how it all plays out. But if I had to pick a winner, you're saying submission, I think ZW might get the knockout.
She does have a whole country behind her. She's an unexpected star in the UFC now, but as we've seen, that can get to a fighter's head and make them a little overconfident. Joanna Jedrzejczyk, while she does appear to be overconfident a lot, very cocky, but she has been humbled in the past. She knows what defeat tastes like. You know, in this one, she's coming hungry, ready to reclaim her title and prove that she is one of the best female fighters on the planet. It's hard to say who's going to have the better mindset going into this one.
ZW. You want to know why, Eric?
Why is it?
Anybody who wears long jean skirts on or off day, just around about town, is a humble person. That's the kind of woman. You know what, Eric? I'll put a ring on that finger. That's a salt of the earth kind of woman. One with a good head on her shoulders. So no, I don't think it's going to be going to her head. She seems a very down-to-earth, level-headed person. Long jean skirt with tennis shoes. No, that's a humble person right there. That's a humble woman. That's a woman.
Now, one other big factor going into this one is Zhang Weili's cardio. She has yet to be in a 5-round fight. Joanna is no stranger to a 5-round fight at all. Should I be wrong in my prediction? Do you think her cardio is going to hold up?
Yeah, valid point. You know what? I think it will play a factor. I mean, we all seen with the Reyes fight and John Jones. Reyes was just not used to going 5 rounds. So yeah, I think it will be a huge factor coming into this fight.
Overall, like I said, I do see Zhang Weili getting the submission victory. I don't think Joanna is going to be able to handle her on the ground. But if Joanna is going to win this fight, I think she's going to be able to take over in the later rounds, possibly, if she can make it there. This is going to be a very interesting, very exciting fight to see play out, and I can't wait for it, man.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you? On a scale of 1 to P-Rod, P-Rod being top, how excited are you?
I'm going to give it a full P-Rod.
Woo, full P-Rod. You heard it here, folks. Same here. Got a full rod.
All right, guys. Now that's our breakdown of the co-main event of UFC 248. Now again, Joanna is one of the best female fighters to step in the octagon, and I am certainly not counting her out. She could very well be able to shut down any and all of Zhang Weili's offense with her speed, precision, and pressure, making her the most dangerous fighter that Zhang Weili has yet to face. This is an important fight for both fighters' legacies and has potential to be a Fight of the Year candidate. Once again, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see y'all for the recap.
Has this fight taken on new meaning for you?
我觉得有更深刻的含义，我觉得这个比赛对我，然后更多人战胜困难的人吧，我觉得不只是战胜疫情的人，还有肯定每个人都有自己的困难嘛。我觉得 都有很大的意义。然后如果我可以做好的话，我相信如果我可以帮助别人鼓舞他们的信心的话，我觉得这是一个非常好的事情。